with Donald Trump, if you don't kiss the ring, you could be the best governor ever and he'll trash you. You could be a terrible, corrupt politician, but if you kiss his ring, then all of a sudden he'll praise you.
Right there, Ron DeSantis laid out his understanding about how you get in good with Donald Trump. You just bow down, you kneel, you kowtow, you kiss the ring, and then you're back in. Now, right there, you had Ron DeSantis, who still had aspirations of being his own independent man, a powerful alpha man. So they're doing the kissing of the ring. I wouldn't do that. But of course, he left the race. We haven't heard from him in several months. So yeah, time to polish up that ring because the kisses are coming. Trump and DeSantis reportedly met in Florida to bury the hatchet after their brutal primary campaign. This was reportedly the first meeting that they had. They apparently have not even spoken since Ron DeSantis left the race. And maybe that's why they're meeting now. Ron DeSantis has become so utterly irrelevant on the national stage. I mean, he was already kind of irrelevant even as a candidate, but it's been really bad for him. And so he apparently had an intermediary set up this meeting, and DeSantis has agreed to help Donald Trump. Now, what help does he need? Well, it comes in a couple different ways. The primary one is money. Donald Trump desperately needs it. And so apparently, we've kind of reported on this, but Trump and allied groups have lagged behind President Biden and his allies in the money chase. They have not been raising as much money. DeSantis has built a wide network of wealthy patrons whose assistance would be valuable in helping Trump try to close the gap. And is popular with some Republican voters who are exhausted by Trump. Now, the weird thing about that is, I'm fairly certain that Donald Trump said that if you donated money to his rivals, he doesn't want your money anymore. He was a big, strong man saying that. Now, suddenly, he needs that money. But it's not just that. Ron DeSantis is still popular in Florida. And although I think this is probably a waste of time, Joe Biden has said that he plans to use abortion rights to try to put Florida in play in the November election. So maybe Donald Trump needs help beyond just the money. Maybe he needs help on the home front when it comes to the race. Francesca, what do you think of this?
Absolutely. I mean, and I think that Ron DeSantis' culture war is just so, it rings so hollow. It's like, what are you actually doing for the people of Florida other than taking out all of their children's library books and telling them that they can't have bodily autonomy and they have to be parents when they don't want to be? It's just like, at some point, you're gonna have to do something for the people. And like, yeah, him and his, Karen PTA moms that back him might all be hunky-dory, but also maybe they're voting for RFK at this point, right? Like maybe they're not gonna be Trumpy. Nobody wants Trump's drama. DeSantis was offering something different, a whole other bouquet of drama, just little dramas, trans people are existing, that kind of stuff. And they're sick of it. So the question to me is like, where are those wealthy donors gonna go? Are they gonna sit it out? Are they gonna ultimately throw down with Trump? Are they gonna be like, nah, you know what? At the end of the day, don't wanna pay higher taxes, so here we go. And they very well might do that. They might say the drama is worth it. It is just fascinating to me, but I do think that yes, Florida could be in play, but because Ron DeSantis is just not. He's not an effective leader. He's not even an effective leader in the way that like Youngkin could be an effective leader, like sort of distancing from Trump, not completely, having his own, culture war, but being a little more serious. You know what I mean? Like, just DeSantis is not helpful for the Republican Party writ large.
Yeah, well, DeSantis wants to be helpful for himself though. Like he is doing the same. He's just like Ted Cruz before him, and they're all just trying to make it through this period and looking to the future. Ron DeSantis, sources are saying, is still like 2028. That'll be the time, and I don't see it. Like feel free to clip this out and show me how I'm wrong when he becomes president in 5 years or whatever. But I just don't see it. He has a terminal case of being a little weenie. He just does. And little weenie in a state where they have all the political power can still cause a lot of chaos and havoc in people's lives. But that doesn't mean he's gonna beat other people on the Republican side. And this, I'm sure, will be a little bit helpful to Donald Trump. I'm sure some of those donors will, as you say, be like, well, I still want the tax cuts. But are they gonna donate as enthusiastically as they would to DeSantis if he had been the nominee? Probably not. So it'll be a little bit helpful, but that money is basically just going to a massive pit of Donald Trump's legal fees. We'll see what ends up happening. Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.